Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video I have the great honor of the company of Karl Smith, who is the director of the UK Hypnosis Academy. And Karl is not going to talk to us about hypnosis today because he has one of the most fascinating stories that I've heard in a very long time. And he has taken a moment of extreme negativity in his life and turned it into something completely positive. So, Karl, first, thank you very much.
Mate, welcome, as ever.
And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to tell your story.
Okay, so I served for 12 years in the British Army. I served all that time doing things that, you know, just going out to tours and places like that where the British government sent us. And then I joined the British Police and I became what most people would know as like a SWAT officer. I became a firearms officer. In the UK, we only have a select few that become firearms officers. And I did that, so for 12 years I did that. But in 2006, I was run over by a drink driver. And while basically I just finished work, and the drunk driver basically run over me. And then when he reversed over me, because he drove the car backwards into me, when I popped out the front, he realised he couldn't get out, so he hit me again and then drove me back down the road and caused considerable damage to my body and psychological damage as well, which was compounded by my previous jobs. So what happened is that for ages, you know, after about 18 months, my physical body fixed, my legs were fixed, my back was fixed, shoulders, arms, and neck, skull, they were done. What happened was that as I started to come off the painkillers, what happened is that this evil little demon started to turn up, which we now know to be post-traumatic stress. Yeah. And post-traumatic stress started to rise its little head up because the drugs that I was on, the tramadols, pregabalins, were not suppressing it anymore. So what happened is that when I came off the drugs, it then unleashed this little demon. Anger, anxiety, stress, drinking. I became, you know, like drinking in the morning, drinking and eating more prescribed drugs to get it out of my system. This was going on for some time until a colleague of mine said, I know how I can change this for you. And I went, how? And he went, hypnosis. And I went, whatever. As most people might be watching going, hypnosis. But he hypnotised me, and what happened after that was I unleashed all of the anger, the hurt, the pain, the guilt, everything that had been going on. And it basically, it brought me into the world of hypnosis and hypnotherapy and change work to now where the most negative thing, the worst day of my life, was actually the best day of my life, because being run over that day was a sign to me to say I need to get out of the jobs I was in and go into this profession. So I basically used that really negative experience there to now travel the world teaching hypnosis and hypnotherapy and change work to people.
That's amazing. And what advice would you have for someone that is either going through a negative time or has gone through a negative time?
Yeah. When I was in a dark place and a horrid place, I didn't think that there was a resolution. Yeah. There is a resolution. People get given labels of ADHD, autism, post-traumatic stress. They get, you know, so many different labels. Rip up the label. Yeah. Don't live that label. That's the first thing. Don't live the label. Don't let it be you. And then go seek out somebody who is a really good profession in that environment. You know, you've got hypnotherapists all over the place, but there is solutions. Yes. There is solutions, and I don't care what you say you have or what you've got. I mean, I was, you know, drinking and crushing up tablets and putting it into Jack Daniels just to get through a day. Wow. That's how bad I was. But then when somebody came to me and then did what they did to me, it worked, and now I do it. I've hypnotised thousands of people around the world, and I do it. I hypnotise daily. And do it.
And can you, you touched on the actual incident, but just can you talk about the extent of the damage that in terms of the bones and the...
Oh yeah. My right leg was turned around 2 or 3 times, my Achilles was snapped off, my foot was turned around 2 or 3 times, broken toes, tibia, fibia, my femur had a slight crack in it, but nothing too special. My hip was damaged as well. That was flexed. So basically, as the tyre hit me, it flexed and caused the bone down the middle just to flex. And it didn't break it, but you know, sometimes the pain that came from it, from there. Lower back injuries. Both my arms were smashed and my shoulders, and I got a fracture here and a fracture up here as well. So I came out of it. I was quite twisted up when I came out of it.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, it was really an inspiration because I've attended your talks and everything, and it's really inspirational to see how far you've come from that and really emerging from the ashes. And I think that's a testament to what anyone can do.
Yeah, I think for me, because hypnosis, hypnotherapy, change work changed my life so dramatically because I didn't believe in it, and then it happened to me, and then all of a sudden it was like this mass passion just came out of me of it really did work. And then that's what drives me now. I do this daily, and and I have the pleasure of coming around the world to teach what I do and help people around the world. It's great, I love it, and I know what it's like to be in that terrible dark place, but they know that I know, like some of the viewers would hear, of being in a horrid place, but knowing that actually there is a resolution. You can, and you don't have to live it, and that's what I love telling people. You can.
Great. Well, thank you very,
Mate,
very much.
It's been a pleasure.
And I really appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll inspire someone to get out of a rut that they're in. So, all right, we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.
Cheers.